Hey everybody, welcome to lesson 6a, Substitution for Linear Functions, part 1. So for the next 3 lessons, you're going to notice that they look similar. So 6a, part 1, 6b is going to be part 2, 6c is going to be not part 3, but we're going to piggyback off the same idea. Now, why? So in fact, what I've decided to do was I got rid of a small little chapter to replace it with more focus on drawing lines. Why? There's obviously a reason. And the reason is, when you get to grade 10 applied, you're really going to want to really have the idea of drawing lines mastered, because a big chunk of grade 10 applied will be doing the same thing. Lines, okay? But you dive a little deeper. So without this foundation, it will be trickier. And of course, with the situation we're in, if there's one skill I want you to pull away from this, it's being able to draw lines, okay? So, for the following equations, substitute x equals 0. So today's topic, substitution for linear functions, part 1. For the following functions, substitute x equals 0 and x equal 1 into the equation to find 2 points in order to sketch our line, okay? So here, it's just to remind you that there are many ways to draw this. The easiest one is the one I showed you already, where you start at 1 and then you use your slope to direct you. You can also use a table of values, or 2 points, because realistically, if you think about it, to draw a line, all you need are 2 points. So we're going to find those 2 points. So first off, if x equals to 0, let's see what our y value would be. So our y value would be y equals 2 times 0 instead of x plus 1. And that would equal to 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1, which would equal to just 1. So then y equals to 1. So what is my coordinate then? So my coordinate is just x is 0, y is 1. Okay? Now what's my other point? Well, my other point for x equals to 1 would be y, again, writing the same equation, y equals 2 times 1 plus 1. So using following bed mass, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. So y equals to 3. So my second point would be 1 and 3. So now, to sketch your line. So sketch is not the same thing as graphing, in the sense that it doesn't need to be perfect. All I need is a quick little grid and approximate where these points will be. So I'm going to use pink for this. So 0, 1, where do you think 0, 1 would be? So remember, this is x, this is y. Okay, so 0, 1, 0, 1 will be roughly right there. Let's call this 1. Okay? And my next point, 1, 3, so this is 0, 1. I made that pink. Now I'm going to use green for this one. 1, 3, again, x is 1. So I'm going to call this 1. That's not the point, that's just labeling 1. 3, so 3 will be roughly right there. 1, 3. So now I have 2 points, right? Okay, and now, all I need to do is draw a line that connects those two. I'm going to go line, and that's a rough sketch of our needed line. I'm done. Awesome. So let me do one more example for you, and you should be able to do the rest. Okay, so same thing here. Now we are going to end up working with decimals a little bit, and that's okay. So in this case, we're going to have x equals, let's use red. Okay, so again, I'm telling you to use these 2 points because they're easy, 0 and 1. Okay, so I'm going to have x equals to 1, or sorry, 0. So my equation would be y equals 2 divided by 3 times 0, copying down the equation, plus 1. 2 divided by 3 plus times 0 is just 0 plus 1. And that would equal to 1. So my first point would be 0, and 1. 0, 1. Okay. My second point, where I sub in x equals to 1, let's see what happens. So y equals 2 over 3 times 1 plus 1. Now following BEDMAS, what is 2 over 3 times 1? That's just going to be 2 over 3. And then plus 1. Okay? Now, what would that give me? Well, you can type in your calculator. Okay? 2 divided by 3. So if you type that in your calculator, 2 divided by 3, that will give you 0.666. So in fact, I'm just going to type that in. Plus 1. And then your y value here would equal to 1.66 repeated. So your second point would be 1 and 1.66. 1 and 1.66. Okay. Now, to draw a quick sketch. I'm going to use green for this. Draw a quick sketch. What are my 2 points? Well, I'm going to use the colors to match them. So 0, 1 would be 1 point. 0, 1. Okay, so I know 1 point would be right there. And another one, using blue, would be 1. So 1 would be roughly right there. And 1.66, let's say 1.66 is up there somewhere. Okay, let's call this 1.66. Okay. It's a little bit high. It doesn't seem very realistic, but again, we're just drawing a quick little sketch. And we're done. And all I gotta do is connect it with a line. And there you have it. Okay? Alrighty. So if you have any other questions regarding the next 3, or I guess next 4 actually, post under math questions and I'll answer it as soon as I can. Alright? Okay, take care, guys.